guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be showing you how to make quick and easy, healthy, delicious and tasty banana muffins. We're inspired by these very ripe bananas that we had, and I decided that why not make something delicious, especially in this time of cold front where we want something comforting and warm and homey. What not better than homemade banana bread or muffins in this case. And yeah, now we're gonna begin. And so first we're gonna need to mash our bananas. I'm using this masher because it's easier than using a fork. Now that you have that mashed, melted butter that we melted in here, this is about 6 tablespoons of butter, which is plus minus 80 grams of butter. You could also use vegetable oil. The reason why I melted it is so that we could have it to be liquid, and that'll help it to be like lighter and fluffier as opposed to butter that'll make it more dense. So yeah, we're gonna add this melted butter into our mashed banana, all of it. Oh, and by the way, since this won't really take that long, before you mix this up, it's better that you try and preheat your oven. And that way, by the time you're done, everything will be underway. You don't have to wait for the oven to get hot when you mix that in. Next, we're going to be putting in our sugar. Here we have 6 tablespoons of sugar. You can put in more if you want it sweeter. I put in this amount and I think it's perfect because the bananas that we have are really ripe, and really ripe bananas means they're going to be really sweet. So we're only putting in 6 tablespoons. You could also put in half a cup. This is about a quarter cup of sugar, and I'm using brown sugar because it has more flavor than the white sugar. To that, we're gonna add in our chia egg. Now, how to make a chia egg is you mix 1 pot chia seeds and 2 pots water into a cup, and then you put it aside for it to sit, and then it'll become a gelatinous texture. As you can see it becomes like really jelly, and then you mix it in, and this helps to substitute as eggs because it helps to bind your mixture. See, it's like this gel consistency. This is going to act as our egg, our vegan egg. If you don't have chia seeds, it's fine. The banana itself works as a binding agent, so you don't need it. It just also adds some nutrition, into our baked goods. And then next we have Vitamilk. It's back, guys, it's back. But this is the plain one. The reason why I'm using this is because that's also another reason why I didn't add as much sugar, because this is sweetened and we don't have soy milk, so I'm using this Vitamilk that I was planning to drink, but it's okay. Just gonna open that. That aside. You should be adding half a cup of milk into this. This is 300 ml. So that's just about a cup, and we added half of that, so that should be half a cup of soy milk. And we're gonna mix that in. Okay, a tip that I have is to make your baked goods, especially when you're making vegan baked goods, is to add some vinegar to your milk. This will help to curdle it, and it'll help to react with the baking powder, and then just a teaspoon. React with the baking powder and then help them rise even better and make them even fluffier. So we're just going to let that sit. Mix it in. Then we're going to move in to our dry ingredients. To our dry ingredients, we'll be adding 2 teaspoons of cinnamon and half a teaspoon of salt. Now, the reason I'm adding 2 teaspoons is, firstly, I really like cinnamon, but also I didn't have nutmeg, and alternatively, usually I would use 1 teaspoon of nutmeg and 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, but this is also fine. Just add that in to our flour, and in the bowl here, we have, I don't know if you can see the difference if the camera is going to pick this up, but we have half a cup of oat flour here, and I showed you guys how to make the oat flour in the old video, which is by blending some oats until it's like a fine powder, and half a cup of normal baking wheat cake flour. You just want to have gluten-free baked goods instead. You could just omit the cake flour and then just use oat flour by itself, but you should be aware that it is going to be a bit denser. Before mixing our wet ingredients, we're just going to add in a teaspoon of vanilla essence. Vanilla pods or vanilla extract will also work really well. In fact, the flavor is more imbued in there, but you know, we work with what we have here, guys. We can't come kill ourselves. And just mix that up. Mix, mix, mix. Teaspoon of baking powder sprinkled at the top. That's pretty much a teaspoon. Yeah, that's a teaspoon. I'm using the Snowflake double reacting brand. Okay. Mix that up just to ensure it's all covered and evenly distributed before we add in our wet ingredients. And now we add in our wet ingredients. In your fancy leather jackets, we're going to move on to our pans. Everything. You see how cold it is. The coconut with a tablespoon. We're gonna portion our, oh, by the way, it's runnier because I added some more soy milk just because I wanted it to be a bit more runnier. So we're gonna portion in about a tablespoonful. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to steal some batter from the other little compartments because we do not have enough. So I was being too ambitious. We should be adding 1 tablespoon in each, and then from there you can increase it. Okay, so I'll just be taking in a little bit for your neighbor, a little bit for your neighbor. minutes, depending on how powerful your oven is. And after 25 minutes, you check on them and your kitchen should be smelling delicious and it's ready. In the place because I have it like this and the sun is just hitting.